really hope that my YouTube could be like a safe place for y'all where we could all be vulnerable and, you know, share things, be open to each other, have love. Yeah, because I want to be able to feel like that on my channel. And I want to be open with y'all, share everything with y'all, you know, like all of my besties. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is gonna be my first video, which is gonna be the makeup tutorial. I'm not good at doing makeup. Not yet, I'm still learning. So first, what I do is I have like really bad eczema. I get like little like eczema flare-ups, which are literally the worst thing ever. So I use this cream as moisturizer now. I used to use the La Roche one, but I don't use it anymore because I don't know, I kind of feel like it was drying out my skin, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna like pack my face with this. Ignore I have like a little breakout because if you're not, you know. Guys, when I put this on, my skin is like literally too moist. Like, maybe that's a bad thing. But I literally pack my face with moisturizer whenever I put my makeup on. Today, I'm gonna be answering some questions. I was gonna do that as a separate video and it was gonna be like a deep talk type of video. But my camera kept overheating when I was trying to do it in the car. So I kind of just didn't do it again because the weather here is like really bad. I'm gonna do this like, it's gonna be the makeup tutorial plus deep talk, which I'm kind of new to this, so like I'm kind of scared. So don't bully me. Skin moisturized. And I'm sorry about the lighting too. I was trying to use like this freaking huge light that we have, but it didn't look good and I didn't know where to put it either. So first I'm gonna start off with this e.l.f. brow gel. I usually never used to put brow gel. Before I did, but that was when I was like a lot younger and like I was just messing with makeup. I'm just gonna shape my brows with this, which is kind of hard to do, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, anyways, let me look at the first question. Someone asked me what are my biggest fears? Honestly, I don't even have any fears. I feel like everybody's biggest fear is dying. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like right now I'm not afraid if I die. But I feel like at the moment, if the moment was to come, then maybe I'd be afraid. But I don't even have any fears, like, at all. Then again, maybe I do and I don't know. Ugh, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I hate doing my eyebrows, but look at the difference. Oh, this is a really good question. Somebody asked me if I ever get insecure. Do you ever get insecure? You're extremely beautiful. I'm like, thank you. I'm not gonna lie, I do get very, very insecure. I feel like growing up was kind of hard. I had like really bad teeth when I was little. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like my smile was definitely like a huge insecurity of mine, which it still is, don't get me wrong. Like, as a lot of you may have seen that I cover like my mouth whenever I like smile or laugh, but it's because like, you know, like if I just grew up like hating my smile and how I looked whenever I smiled, so it kind of just stuck with me. But I feel like even right now, guys, I literally got braces, and the first time I got braces, they messed my teeth up, I'm not gonna lie. And I wasn't happy with them, like they just looked bad. And then I got a permanent retainer because the retainers that they gave me were like messing up my teeth even more than they... Oops, sorry. The first time I got braces, I didn't like how they looked. I didn't like how my teeth looked. And I knew I wasn't tripping either. Like, I knew I wasn't tripping. And like, even now I still notice it because like, I feel like other people could notice it too. Whenever I smile, I have a crooked smile. And I absolutely hate it. Like, I hate it so bad because it's so noticeable. Which I don't think other people really like. Actually, I saw one comment say like, does anybody else hate her smile or is it just me? Twin, I hate my smile too. Don't worry, I hate it too. And yeah, so I got braces the first time and I ended up having a crooked smile. And I still have a crooked smile. I went back to get braces the second time because I didn't like my crooked smile. Hold on, let me make sure I did this right. Oh, period, slay. That should be good enough. Guys, if my eyebrows are uneven, it's fine. I'm going nowhere. But yeah, I do get insecure, and that insecurity is my smile. I don't like my smile. Oh, and then next I'm gonna go in with this MAC Studio Fix primer. But yeah, so The second time I got braces, I had a crooked smile and I didn't like it. Went back, got braces again, and my teeth just still weren't fixed. So, and I never had a crooked smile before, like ever. And now I'm kind of stuck with the crooked smile, which kind of sucks because like I've always been insecure about my teeth and like smiling and stuff like that. So to have braces twice and still be insecure about it kind of sucks. Yeah, and I guess like even being on social media right now, I'm pretty sure people could see like, oh yeah, she does have a crooked smile, which is fine, you know? I'm not gonna let it get to me. Hopefully, try not to. Yeah, I do get very insecure. And like, I hate this, but I also want to be able to be vulnerable with y'all and like not try to like pretend I'm someone else. I want to be as open as possible with you all. Like, I'm all for like self-love, you know? I'm not there yet, but I'm for it, you know? But yeah, just growing up, hated myself. There was definitely times, like a couple of days when I was like growing up, where even now, like to this day, I have days where I do feel super pretty. And you know, I love those days. Like, I love the days where I feel pretty and confident. Those days are very rare. I feel like there was times whenever like I would see girls and I'll be like, damn, like I don't look like that. So there were a couple of times when I was younger, like I would like hate the color of my hair. I would hate the color of my eyes. I would just hate absolutely everything. Like, I'd hate the color of my skin. It was bad. And that was just because, you know, I feel like people play a very big role in that. Oh, and I do this too because I think my creases. That's also, we have to be careful about the things that we say online or even like whenever you meet people, because words seriously hurt and words stick with you like forever. But yeah, I do get insecure a lot. I still get insecure like about my face, my body, which, you know, I'm working on it. Maybe. And I go to the gym. And I still don't think my body's enough. And that's just me. If you could relate to me, I wish I could give you a big hug. I really wish I could give you a hug. Oh, and then the foundation I used was the NARS. This NARS one in shade L4, if I'm being correct. I just started using foundation. I never used to use foundation. But then I want to learn how to do makeup, guys. I really want to learn. So then I'm going to use the foundation that I put on my forehead and like use it as a concealer type of thing for my brows. I don't know why I started doing this, but I think I liked how this looked better than using concealer. We're going to clean up the brows. I have to make sure that they look even. So I do that, like I do like a line. I low-key might have put I put way too much foundation on it. But yeah, I feel like all of us are insecure about something, you know? Especially when people make comments or people are just very mean. And words stuck with me, actions stuck with me. And that definitely messed with me. But yes, I'm working on it, guys. I'm praying that I will be able to love myself. Because I miss being happy and loving myself and just being obsessed with myself. I really miss that so much. I miss that feeling. But we'll work on it. And then next question. My phone is gonna die. I'm getting a lot of comments about like when did I start working out and why? I started working out about maybe in 2022. I started working out. I honestly don't know why I did. When I was little, my parents always ate super healthy. My mom competed as a bodybuilder, like competition. Yeah, like growing up, I just always had my family like doing prep meals. And as I got older, I kind of just joined my mom at the gym one day. Because at that point, I was super skinny. I was very skinny and I was super unhappy with how skinny I was. And I was just like, I'm doing absolutely nothing about it. Like, sitting here crying and being unhappy with my body because I'm skinny is doing absolutely nothing. I just joined her at the gym one day and I kind of just told myself like, hey girl, we have to make our body, we have to build it. And that's just kind of how I started going to the gym. After that, oh my gosh, I was so locked in with the gym. I kid you not, I was going every single day. It did not matter the time. And then that was like, I think maybe like maybe 3 years. No, I'm joking. Maybe a year or two. where I was like completely locked in the gym and working out consistently. I kid you not, every single day. And then I'm also using the Makeup by Mario in shade medium, this one. But yeah, I feel like I had it pretty easy because, you know, my mom kind of helped me a lot since she did compete in bodybuilding and she had like her own trainer and everything like that. So it was definitely very easy. But I just kind of fell in love with the gym ever since, and I was just like forcing myself to eat a bunch because I was just unhappy with how skinny. Like, I kid you not, I was about 00 jeans fit me, like, they fit me okay, but I could have definitely gone smaller in jeans, and that kind of like, I don't know, it kind of messed with me a lot. I definitely wanted to be bigger, which now I kind of am. You can't see my body, but I definitely gained weight since then, obviously because I've grown. And then I'm going to go clean under my brows with the shade Oat. But let me make sure I answered that question right. How is my freaking thing dying? Now my whole setup moved. But yeah, that's basically why I started working out. That's because I was just super skinny. And I was very unhappy with how skinny I was. And I just took initiative. As some of you guys might know, I used to always post my workout plans along with my routines that worked for my body. But as I continued to keep using my workouts and continue to grow, I noticed that my workouts weren't really hitting the same anymore. I felt like as I kept using my same exact workouts, I wasn't seeing much of a change or a difference in my body anymore as much as I did at the beginning. It eventually led me to not enjoy working out anymore because I was kind of tired of doing the same routines. But thankfully, I found a solution to all of my problems with an app called Ladder. Ladder is basically a strength training app. Ladder gives you a personalized workout plan by an expert coach every single day. Basically, it's like having your own personal trainer, but so much better. You can do it in the comfort of your own home if you really wanted to. If you don't feel comfortable and you want to build your own consistency, then Ladder is your own personal trainer. For a while, I would usually take inspiration from other gym creators on TikTok and eventually add them into my workout routine, but I always missed the accountability and consistency with working out. None of it was really helping that much. But with Ladder, you actually have a strength training plan, even better by an expert coach. Whether you want to do Pilates, bodybuilding, literally anything that you can think of, Ladder has it, and they have a plan just for you. So train with a plan instead of randomly doing things. And it's not just for workouts. Ladder also includes a free nutrition tracking feature to keep everything in one place. Ladder is doing a 7-day free trial, no credit card details required. You guys can go ahead and check it out for yourself, or you can scan the QR code to download the app Ladder. I want to encourage you guys to try it out. It's less than $1 a day. It'll be an amazing investment for this upcoming year, 2026. So don't forget to click the link down in the description to check it out for yourself. I'm sure you guys will love it. I'm already completely obsessed with it. Now, yeah, back to the video. What do my parents think about me doing social media? My parents don't really care at all. My mom kind of just tells me to. At first, she thought it was stupid because she thought that it affected my mental health a lot, which, I mean, it did, I'm not gonna lie. Because, like, social media is just, like, a lot of comparing yourself to people. And that might just be me. I might just be weak-minded. But yeah, my mom was just kind of like, get off your phone, don't do it, it's social media. Like, she would blame, oops, sorry, I'm like super focused. My mom would blame social media for the reason why I was depressed, which she wasn't wrong. Most of the time she was right. Actually, she was right half of the time. Like, sometimes it would be social media, because I would tend to compare myself. But yeah, my mom was kind of like, no. But then after she started seeing like the numbers that I was getting on my account, she kind of just like accepted it. She thought it was kind of cool. My dad, I don't really know what he thinks. I don't know what he thinks at all. Don't really talk to him like that at all, really. My family would always tell me like, come on, like, post, like, you'll help your family, stuff like that. Which I always like that because that kind of pushed me in a way. It made me feel good because it was like, damn, like, I could actually really help my family if I took this serious. So yeah, my family was super supportive. Not my mom for a little bit, but now she is, which is nice to have. Have I ever had any surgeries? I want to answer this one a lot because a lot of people think that I have a nose job, which I don't have a nose job. I was kind of born with my nose. I thought my nose wasn't pretty. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's like pointy. But yeah, my nose is like pointy. Can you see? My nose is pointy. But no, I don't have a nose job. I know I've been getting comments like that how much would my nose job or something like that? Or like, he paid for your nose job or something like that. And I was kind of like, no. The only surgery I have is just my boobs. I got my boobs done because I was tired of like, whenever I would go shopping, it would make me so sad. Like, I would go shopping and then immediately just want to go home because I was upset about how clothes was fitting me. Hold on, let me make sure my eyebrows aren't like ugly. I messed up my eyebrows. Let me grab this thing right here. But yeah, as I was saying, so I got my boobs done, and yeah, only my boobs, nothing else, which I don't want to get any other surgeries. I know there's times where I'm looking at myself so much and I'm like, oh, maybe I should get my hip dips filled. Maybe I should get lipo on my chin. Like, all of this stuff. Maybe I should get a nose job. Like, I just think a lot about my looks. But yeah, no, just my boobs. I've only ever gotten my boobs done. Which I know a lot of y'all are asking me questions about like my doctor and everything. About who I went to. And I haven't really made a video about it because I don't recommend her at all. But if you're interested, I went to Dr. Saravino in Houston, Texas. No, not Dr. Saravino. I went to Saravino in Houston, Texas with Dr. Mohan. I think I got 400 cc's. High profile, under the muscle. It's funny because after I'm done with this, I'm gonna go on, I'm gonna play Fortnite with my friend Perla. Okay, and then next question. I feel like I'm yapping. If I'm yapping, I'm sorry. How do I handle the hate and how has my healing journey been? So, relationship stuff. I really like how everything is going right now in life. Obviously, there's hate that I am getting, which, you know, it's fine. I feel like everyone eventually is gonna have someone or people, a lot of people hating on them. But don't get me wrong. I know there's a lot of people who are saying like, we're not even hating on you, it's the truth, or we're not judging you, it's the truth. Which I do have some people who are hating on me. There's people who are giving me advice, and then there's people who are saying everything in a very mean, ugly way, which I don't think a lot of people see those comments because I am deleting them whenever I do wake up in the morning. Delete them every morning. Sometimes the hate kind of does get to me. Lately, it hasn't at all, honestly. Lately, I feel like I've been doing very fine. And then I put the blush, the Rare Beauty blush in shade Happy on my cheeks. I forgot to put it before my concealer, so I'm sorry. The hate's cool. I try to like distract myself, or I talk to Santi, like if I feel sad, like because people are being mean. And he always knows how to cheer me up, which I'm very grateful. And then my healing journey, which I think you're talking about my relationship. Honestly, it's been really good. There's definitely times, like, I feel like it's normal, where, like, we get sad just because, or, like, you get in your head, everything's, like, working out so good. I kid you not, so good. And it kind of sucks that a lot of people, they don't see that, or they can't understand that. But God is doing amazing things in my life right now. And I am so grateful for everything. Healing journey has been good. I'm just getting closer to God, and I feel like getting closer to God does really help me a lot mentally. And this is like, a lot of people are telling me that. Also, another thing that was making me like super sad that I was getting on social media was a lot of people who are Christians, and they're telling me like, how are you a believer of God if you dress like this? How are you a believer of God if you took a cheater back? How are you a believer of God if this, that, and so forth? And those comments were kind of hurting me because it was like also frustrating me because my journey with God has just begun. Before, I wasn't, reading my Bible as consistently as I am now, or attending Bible studies, going to church. Like, I wasn't doing any of that. Like, at all, I wasn't doing any of that. And my journey is just beginning. And then I had other people tell me other things. Say I made a mistake, right? I made a mistake, and people are commenting saying, how can you believe in God if you did this? And to me, it's just like because I've made one tiny mistake in my life, I'm being judged for following God now, believing in God. And that's just what I don't get. It truly does hurt because, like, again, this is my journey with God. This is no one else's. It took a lot of me to get closer to God, which a lot of y'all don't get. And I'll get into that in another question someone has. Oh, and then next I'm going in with this Fit Me powder, finishing powder, in shade 120. I put it on after my concealer, like so. I feel like my healing journey is going great with God. Like my relationship and God, everything is falling together perfectly. Some hobbies you love and have had since you were a little girl. I feel like my childhood is really a blur. My childhood is a blur. And I feel like a lot of people that could relate to me. Like, I don't know about y'all, but like with me growing up, I could never, remember good memories or like happy memories. I always remember, I could only remember the bad things. So it kind of sucks because the only things I do remember are the bad. But I know some hobbies that I did pick up, which I don't do now because I feel like I don't even have enough time for them. When I feel like I do, I taught myself how to play the piano because when I was like, there was a time in my life where I got super depressed and it was like super bad. And I was technically living by myself, but I did that to myself because I feel like I was like eating myself alive. I was getting in my head about everyone. I felt like everyone hated me. Or like things at home just weren't good. Yeah. I left home, lived with my father, and he was working all the time or sleep at his office. So I would basically be living by myself. And at that time, it was super bad because like I was young, you know. But yeah, I felt like I started eating myself alive. Like I was getting in my head and I was trying to distract myself. I was thinking about ways to distract myself to lead me from doing something stupid. Like I didn't want to do something stupid. Yeah, I picked up the piano. I taught myself how to play the piano. And then I also taught myself how to draw and sketch. I feel like sketching and like painting and sketching were always something that I did do when I was a little girl. Now that I remember, now that I'm thinking about it, when I was really little, I used to be obsessed, like so obsessed with painting. And I think it was a gift. My mom got me like this little baby canvas set, and I painted something. I think I still have it at my mom's house. I definitely do. I love to paint and sketch still. That's something. So it's piano, sketching, painting. And then I also taught myself how to skateboard, which it was a hobby at a time. I don't do it at all anymore. I feel like I'm too big. Like, because I was like super skinny and like petite and just like small. So skateboarding felt easy. But now that I'm like, have like a little bit more meat on me, I feel like I can't do it. I feel like there's more stuff. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. When I was younger, I would write music, and I still have them written on one of my journals that I have till this very day. I think it's cute. And like I have like little voice recordings of me singing, and that was just like a little hobby I had, thinking like, I could sing, girl. You know damn well you can sing. So I look back at them, and like it's so funny because till this day, there's some times where like I remember the songs that I wrote and I would like sing them randomly, like, oh damn. Yeah, I think that's so funny. Maybe one day whenever I want to laugh at myself and y'all can laugh with me, I'll post them. Oh, and I didn't even tell y'all. I went in with this bronzer. I think it's called a bronzer. Yeah, it's a bronzer. The Hoola one in shade Caramel. Was there ever a time that you were at your lowest, and how did you get out of that season in your life? I feel like, guys, growing up wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. I wish it was. And I feel like that has a big, like, it impacts the way I am now as a person. Or the way, I don't know how to make this make sense. Like, it affects my head. Like, my mentality, like, everything, it messes with that. Yeah. Just growing up, I felt like it was super hard for me. I felt like I went through a lot of things that were super hard, which I don't want to get into because it's not just about me. I just went through a lot of stuff. I have a lot of childhood traumas that I carry, which sucks. But at the same time, like, those childhood traumas, I feel like that eventually, as I got older, it affected my mental state really bad. I was always afraid of people in a way. Well, just people who would drink. I was just afraid of that. I feel like I would get really uncomfortable whenever people were drinking around me. But I got over that. But yeah, as I got older, my childhood traumas started to creep up on me harder and harder. But I feel like whenever I was like 14, maybe from 9 years old to 15, 16, maybe 17, where it was really, really bad, I would commit like from pills. But I always had my brother, and my brother means the absolute world to me, and I feel like because of him and because of God, I am here to this very day. And I just seriously I thank my brother so much for loving me as much as he does. Because without him, I just wouldn't be here today at all if it wasn't for my brother. He's definitely, because like all the times like when I would talk to him, tell him like I don't feel good, you know, I'm not happy, and like I'm like a little girl saying this, you know, like no little kid should be that sad about life and, you know, that miserable. So yeah, I think the first time I had ever committed, my brother was like, you have to make a promise with me. He was like, you can't do it again. He was like, I want girl. Sorry, I need to catch my breath. And then I'm going in with, I didn't even tell you what blush I was using. I used the NARS blush in shade Thrill for my blush. And then I'm gonna go in with the Huda Beauty in shade Pound Cake. And I'm gonna just put it like right here and in my corners. Yeah, my brother told me, he was like he told me like, you have to promise me that you won't do this again. And, you know, I told him like, I promise. He was like, I want us to grow old together, you know? And I feel like that stuck with me to this day. Like, it still makes me cry to this day, and I was like really young whenever he told me this. But yeah, and like obviously I still committed after that, but I like having that in my conscious, like I made a promise with him, like what am I doing, kind of helped me a couple of times. But yeah, I thank my brother. I feel like he's helped me so much, like more than he knows. I don't think he understands how much he's actually helped me. Growing up was definitely really hard. Even like there's still some days where I do get super in my head about life, or like I have triggers, certain things trigger me, and he's kind of just my person to go to when I need. Because I feel like a lot of people don't understand. I feel like growing up in like in a Hispanic household, you have your family telling you like it's the devil, like it's fake, you're doing it for attention, stuff like that. You're doing it to yourself. And there would be times like when I was just a little girl and I would just be crying, and they'll be like, oh, why are you sad? And I'll be like, I don't know, like I just feel so sad. And that eventually lead me to having like really bad thoughts. And they wouldn't understand, like, how are you sad? Like, why are you crying? How do you not know why you're sad? And I'll just be like, I don't know. Like, it'll frustrate me because I wouldn't know. But it would also be because like I would get triggered, and then I would be fine and like hold it in, and then I'll hold everything else in, and then it'll just burst, and it'll just be like the worst thing ever. But yeah, those were my hard times in life. I think I definitely had a lot of lows, like a lot of lows when I was definitely like 14, because I was already like doing bad things whenever I was like to myself. When I was about in 5th grade, I was already doing bad things to myself. And then eventually that led to pills and other stuff. Actually, yeah, just pills. There was just times where like I would get in my head about other stuff, you know? But those are definitely my hard times. And then like as I got older, and hey guys, this is why like I thank God so much, like so much. As I got closer with God, I found myself getting stronger. Like, don't get me wrong, I would still have triggers, but like the way I would react to them weren't as bad as they were before, which would lead me to thinking about harming myself or like committing. But as my journey with God like grew, I was able to stay strong, or like committing was something I have yet to think of to this day. And I would say it probably started about maybe it's been maybe a year. It's been about a year where I've had definitely a lot of lows and a lot of triggers, but I haven't committed or done anything like I would before. And that's because within that entire year was also me getting closer to God. I feel like He's definitely made me a lot stronger, and I'm so happy. Seriously, so happy. Yeah, guys. Those were my lows. And the way I was just able to get out of that season in my life is just having God and having my brother who loves me. Even though sometimes he doesn't show it, I know he loves me more than anything. And I love him more than anyone in the world after God. I love my brother more than anyone in the world after God. Oh, someone asked me this really good question. Did you have any God moments yet where you were in a situation and knew it was God? I'm talking about God. Guys, I'm not perfect. I'm aware I'm not. My journey with God is barely starting. Like, I'm not a saint. There's no such thing as a perfect Christian. But you know, people want to know about my journey with God. They want to know about God and me. And I'm going to share that with the people who are interested in it. So, like, please don't be mean if I'm sharing with them. Thank you. I feel like I've had a lot of moments like this, but there was one moment, and I would say this was maybe a couple months ago, where I was like super sad in my room. My journey with God was already started. This is at the time where I wasn't committing, but I would self-harm because I didn't know how to deal with. My depression would come out of nowhere. Like, it would strike me out of nowhere or with triggers. And yeah, there's this one time where I was just like reading my Bible. I opened up my Bible and I started reading my Bible because I felt like I was gonna fall into depression. Like, sometimes I feel like I know when it's gonna happen, and sometimes it just happens. So I was like reading my Bible and I was crying and like so confused. Like, it just hurt. Like, everything hurt. My body hurt. Like, everything hurt. And like, I was like harming myself, and I was just like questioning him, like just questioning him so much. I was like wiping myself, and I grabbed like my journal, like, you know, like it got on the paper. And when I looked at the paper, my thumbprint, when I swiped it off, it painted like a face. There was a face whenever I swiped, and I saw a face on it. And that was like right whenever I was questioning and like crying to him. And that happens, and I see a face. I'm like to me, I was like, this is God. Like, this is God talking to me, and this is him telling me like, calm down, you're fine. I'm here and I'm listening to you. So whenever I saw that face, I stopped. Like, I completely like I snapped out of it like super quick, like super quick. Yeah, I think it's so crazy. Like, whenever that happened, I was like telling my cousin, because I would attend Bible study with her, and I told her about it. And then I told my family, and I was like, look guys, like, can y'all believe this? And my family would be like, that's so crazy. Like, that can't be real. But yeah, I feel like that was like definitely a God moment where he was trying to talk to me and calm me down and tell me like, hey girl, stop doing that. And yeah. And like, people had questions about like how I got closer with God, and it honestly started with my Bible. I got myself a Bible, and I started with reading my Bible, and then one day I forgot how it was brought up, but I think me or my cousin brought up how like the Bible and like reading the Bible and getting closer to God. And she was like, wait, like I'm doing that too. And yeah, like she ended up texting me like, hey, I'm thinking about doing Bible study. And I went to her Bible study. So it went from me reading my Bible alone in my room to having a Bible study. And I started with that too. And then as I started going to Bible study, I also started going to church. So I was doing all three of those things. And that's kind of just what I did. You know, those were my actions on getting closer to God. Which, guys, I promise you, I am very aware that I'm not perfect, you know. And whenever it comes to, like, my clothes, I know a lot of people tell me, like, how am I a believer of God if I dress a certain way. And, guys, I used to dress so bad. If you scroll through my TikTok and you see, like, the videos I used to post, I was barely posting with any clothes on. Like, it was bad. But it wasn't until, like, everyone has their own conviction. And it wasn't until maybe recently, I think, after I got my boobs done, you know, I was, like, super excited. I was able to wear, like, tops that I've always wanted to wear, which were, like, obviously, like, revealing tops. But after I got them done, I didn't feel the need for that anymore, you know? And y'all don't see my outfits every day because I don't post every day, but I started buying clothes that, I didn't even tell you. The highlighter that I put was this Revolution highlighter. I got it from Target. It's this one. It looks like a little pink. I put this one on my nose, on my eyebrow. Sometimes I put it on my cheekbones, but I'm gonna wait. My clothes, my wardrobe has slowly changed, and it's still changing. I'm definitely buying a lot more clothes that isn't as revealing as my old clothes, which maybe I will start posting more so y'all could see. And they'll also ask me what stores I shop at. I shop at Paxton for their baggy jeans, and then Hollister sometimes. It just depends. And then I get my like modern I get my classy. A lot of y'all from Aritzia. I get my other outfits from there. TJ Maxx. I just started going to TJ Maxx because like my cousin, or I would always see videos about people hey, where's my thing? Did I lose you? I guess I did. But yeah, I would always see people like making TJ Maxx videos, and I was always like, oh, I don't have enough patience for that. And recently, I just started going. I went to TJ Maxx once, and I was like, I needed some time away from home, and I was there, and I found a bunch of cute outfits. TJ Maxx has really cute outfits. Sorry, I'm getting like allergies out of nowhere. And yeah, my wardrobe is changing, guys. Okay, I think that's definitely something that I've been feeling very heavy in my chest is my wardrobe. So that's definitely changing a lot. Like, it's changing so much. What else? I lost my big fluffy brush, so I'm using this one that I use for my bronzer to wipe off my makeup. But this is how my makeup looks so far. I just hate that the lighting in here is not good, so y'all can't really see it. Let me see. A lot of you are getting very upset with me, because that was one question, about how I was cooking and cleaning and, you know, doing things like that without a ring. I understand a lot of y'all. I understand, like, some of y'all just wouldn't do that for a man if there wasn't a ring on your finger. But that's just me. I feel like growing up, that's just what I've always done, even at home. Even at random people's houses. Like, me cooking, me cleaning is just me, you know? I don't understand why a lot of people are getting upset at me for cooking and cleaning. Like, if that's just the type of woman I want to be, that's just the type of woman I want to be. I don't understand why you have to be mean and, like, say ugly things. I like cooking, I like cleaning. That's my sign of affection. And that's just what I do. Okay? I'm sorry a lot of y'all got mad and y'all were telling me, how are you doing that without a ring, this, that, and so forth. But that's just me. You know, that's just what... I don't know. I have a really big heart. And that's another really bad thing. That's a really bad thing. My heart is so big. I feel like I'm the biggest empath on earth. Like, it is so bad. But at the same time, like, I feel like all of the things that I've been through have shaped me into just being like a super like sensitive and like sweet person, which I feel like if someone had went through all the things that I have gone through, I feel like that would turn them into something else. I don't know how to explain that. I don't know how to explain that to y'all. It amazes me how I went through all the things that I went through, and I'm like as nice as I am. I'm just super sweet and caring and loving. But that is, yeah, that's basically all that I do for my makeup. I'm going to the gym, so and then I spray this MAC Fix It. I used the one size, but gosh, that thing runs out so quick. It runs out so quick, but I use this one whenever I'm done with my makeup. Oh, and another thing, if y'all have questions about my brushes, all of these brushes that I have are e.l.f. brushes. Oh, what the heck? I thought I lost it. And then yeah, I just like run through it like that. Guys, if this was a bad makeup tutorial, tell me. Tell me if it was a bad makeup tutorial. And I feel like I'm like all the way over here. I'm not even in frame. It's my first YouTube video. And yeah. So basically my makeup tutorial, if this is a bad one, please tell me. Because then if it is, then I could just remake it better. Because this is my first test try. Then again, I'm also learning how to do makeup too. So maybe the next one y'all get, I'll be like insane at doing makeup. But yeah, guys, let's just be nice to each other. Spread love. Let's spread positivity. Let's support each other. You know, be kind. Kindness is not something hard to show and to give to people. Oh my, I gotta go. I'm gonna go play Fortnite now with my friend Prola. Oh yeah, thank you for watching my YouTube video, my makeup tutorial / deep talk question. And yeah, maybe I'll do another one. Maybe I could do another post where like y'all ask me more questions and they're different. Because I kind of just asked the main ones. Like a lot of y'all had the same questions. So it's really like any questions. But yeah, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed my YouTube video and chatting with me. I know y'all couldn't see me be like all funny and stuff, like how I usually am. I don't want to leave y'all. My top is from Aloe. My bottoms are from Skims. This is how it looks. Can you see or no? But yeah, hope y'all have a blessed night or a blessed day whenever you watch this. Yeah. Bye-bye.